Meditative Life on February 17, 2026. The Word, as sweet as honey. My beloved, today I wish to turn back the clock for a moment and walk with you into the time of our ancestors' Inchi faith, back to the years 1891 and 1892, a time that was fresh and fervent. Imagine the scenery of those early days when the seeds of the gospel were falling upon the land of Joseon. A 23-year-old young man, Han Suk-jin, met missionary Samuel A. Moffat, received baptism, and sat gathered closely together on the wooden porch of a tiled house in Cheongdong, Seoul. 16 grown men, wearing traditional hats and sporting top-knots, swayed their bodies back and forth like students in a village school as they read through the Bible. The missionary's Korean must have been truly clumsy. Holding an English Bible in his hand and sweating profusely, the crude words he delivered must have been difficult to understand clearly. Furthermore, out of consideration for the habits of that era, classes were divided into 4 sessions a day, and during breaks they ate snacks, drank tea, and even filled the air with thick tobacco smoke, a scene quite different from the solemn atmosphere of our chapels today. But my dear, look at the truth hidden within that crude and seemingly disorderly scene. Reverend Han Suk-jin later recalled those days and confessed, "Never was a Bible class so fun, and never were the principles of the Bible, heard for the first time, so mysterious, profound, and sweet as honey from the comb." There was no eloquent speech, no sophisticated theological interpretation, and no magnificent choir, but there was the primal vitality given by the word itself. The gospel flowing through the clumsy mouth of the missionary heated the hearts of the Joseon youths, and the book from a strange foreign land quenched the deep thirst of their souls. It was not because the environment was perfect, but because their hearts toward the word were poor and pure that it tasted so sweet. Today, we live into a flood of words that is all too abundant. Sophisticated sermons and comfortable environments abound, but have our souls perhaps lost that sweetness like honey felt on that wooden porch in 1892? I earnestly hope that the thrill of that first love, when your heart raced just by hearing the truth, even in clumsy words, will be restored to you again. Meditation and application. The first thing to meditate on is restoring the natural taste of the word. While sitting in a chapel with fancy lighting, sophisticated acoustics, and comfortable chairs, have you not lost the sweetness like honey that the word gives? Just like our ancestors in faith, who discovered the truth and rejoiced even amidst crude translations and clumsy Korean, let us honestly reflect today on whether my soul is longing for the vitality of the word itself rather than fancy packaging. The second is finding grace in discomfort. Words that sound good to my ears and sophisticated logic are not the only forms of grace. Like that wooden porch in 1892, we need spiritual hearing that knows how to listen to the sincerity and the resonance of the Holy Spirit contained within, even if it is sometimes clumsy and crude. Even if the environment is not perfect, and even if the messenger seems lacking, I hope your day becomes one where you grasp the voice of God speaking beyond those things.